Hello, this is another video, state of the collection address. This one focuses on the Colecovision. I think I'm at the point where I've taken this too seriously. I think that was actually probably 4 or 5 videos ago, but whatever, I enjoy it. So, yes, this episode, it's not a TV show. This video is about the Colecovision. Pretty cool system, if you ask me. And no one's here to not ask me, so I'm just going to pretend you did ask me. This is it. This is what it looks like. It's got some silver on the front. It's mostly black. It's got these telephone-looking controllers that are so familiar. What can I say about the system? I guess I can show you what I've got. So, there's the system. This is where the cartridge goes. Whatever, you get the point. There's some overlays for those systems. Best thing about ColecoVision, well, it's not the best thing, but it's interesting, a massive power supply. I've never seen a bigger power supply, so you know it's an extremely powerful system. That's how you generate the power, is the power supply, right? There you go. When I got my Coleco, it's kind of an interesting situation. I found it online. I paid enough for it, nothing crazy, but had to travel a fairly long way, so I felt like I overpaid a little bit. When I showed up, the guy did not have the Colecovision outside. He made me go into his house, which was one of the scariest experiences of my life. It smelled like cat piss, and I swear to God there was a meth addict on his couch wearing nothing but underwear, and just the guy did not move an inch. It was kind of scary. But he popped out a Colecovision that was in perfect shape, and it also had this attachment here, which is completely dusty. But I believe this is expansion module 2. 3 would be the attachment that lets you play Atari games, I believe. If it's the opposite, it's the opposite. So be it. But yeah, I don't have the attachment to play Atari games, but I do have this steering wheel. So I got that, and then I got back home, and I went to work, and I kind of declared my vintage video game collection intentions, and then someone said, well, I have 2 ColecoVisions at home. So I ended up getting 2 of their ColecoVisions. I paid them maybe $10 for them, or $20, something like that. I didn't have much money. They didn't really care for them. They were cleaning out the house anyways. I don't have all those ColecoVisions anymore. I sold most of them off for parts. One was not working, and the other one I just did not want in my house. I had enough of one. But I did get this super action controller with those two ColecoVisions. I actually got 2 of these, but one was not functioning. So yeah, I got 2 of them, and I guess now I should probably go over the games I have. Most of these games came as part of the sets that I bought. Well, the ones that I got from the person at work, I got probably 6 or 7 games, I'd say. Probably got 2 or 3 with it when I first bought the system from the guy and his meth addict friend, and I probably added 2 or 3 games to the collection myself. So here are my games. So I've got Zenji, which I thought this looked really 80s with the kind of red writing and stuff like that. And by the way, ColecoVision, it kind of gets lumped in with the Intellivision and with the Atari 2600, but it's, to me at least, it struck me as a much more powerful system. I was surprised. Graphics-wise, it looks a lot like an NES. It's just the gameplay is not exactly the same. Those controllers that you see over here, sorry, that was probably quiet. Those controllers are pure shit. Everything about them is awful. Those joysticks make very, very simple looking games very difficult. I guess it adds to the replay ability of games, but I absolutely hate that controller. Thankfully, you can plug any other 9-pin controller in there. I haven't done it myself, but it seems like a logical thing to do. This is Buck Rogers. I believe it's actually somewhat rare on the ColecoVision. I got it out of some guy's garage. He claimed to have bought a locker and not known that video games were in there, but then I later discovered that he's a video game reseller, so he was kind of lying, but I don't really care. This is a Smurfs game. It's a platformer, very simple platformer, but a very common game. It's probably the worst condition game I have. Here's Super Action Baseball, so I could use that kind of gigantic controller to play. Super Action Football, same idea. Turbo, which actually uses the steering wheel. There you go. Frenzy, kind of like, I believe it's Berserk. It's a follow-up to Berserk. Here's a Cabbage Patch Kids Adventures in the Park. It's a very, very simple platformer, but kind of fun. Quite difficult. Frontline. Pepper 2. Most of these are, well, Pepper 2 at least is an arcade game. I'm just wiping them down as I'm picking them up. They're covered with dust. Here's Donkey Kong, the most common game on the system. It was the pack-in, so they have the license from Nintendo. And it's like, despite the terrible controller, it's actually a very good port. Looks great. Ladybug, another pretty decent game. And I saved the best game for last, in my opinion. This is Mr. Do. Another kind of arcade game, but I don't know why. I just really, really enjoy this game. It's basically a maze game, and you can make some... you eat up some... I can't even explain it. I'm not even going to try. Just watch videos. It's YouTube. You're going to find better stuff on there. Alright, that's it. I guess I'll have another video for you soon. Bye.